Hey guys, we are back with another video. So today we are going to be making German chocolate cake, homemade. So we're gonna get started with the cake part, and then I'm gonna show you how to make the actual uh, pecan coconut topping for it. So you're gonna need some German chocolate. I'm gonna have all the ingredients in the description box with the correct measurements and everything you need. So you're gonna need some German chocolate, some flour, and so this is flour, baking soda, and salt. I already got it in there. Some sugar. You're gonna need the egg yolk separated. So that's the egg yolk. Buttermilk, chips. I mean butter, vanilla. So we're gonna get started. I'm gonna bring you closer so you can see inside the mixing bowl, and we're gonna start creaming our butter and sugar together to get that started. Alrighty, so we're gonna add our butter, and we're gonna cream that for a bit, and then we're gonna add our sugar. So you want room temperature butter, so we can get this nice and fluffy. I'm gonna scrape down the sides. Gonna let this go for a little more before we add our sugar to it. Alrighty, we're gonna add our sugar to the butter. And we're gonna let that go so it can cream together. So I'm gonna let that go for about 3 or 4 minutes until it get nice and fluffy. So it's been going for about 3 minutes, and it's nice and fluffy. So we're gonna let it go, and then we're gonna add our eggs to it. We're gonna add the eggs one by one. So we're gonna add the egg yolks one by one. It's kind of hard to add one by one because they combine together, but if two fall in, just keep on going. Alrighty, so now we're about to add in the buttermilk and the flour. So I'm gonna add my vanilla to the buttermilk. So about a tablespoon. I like a lot of vanilla, so but that's good enough. Just add it there, and then we're gonna start adding the flour. So you're gonna start with flour first, and end with flour. We got our flour, our salt, and our baking powder. We're gonna pour some in. Add our buttermilk and vanilla. So while this finished mixing, I'm gonna add a half a cup of water to the microwave so the water can be hot. And we're gonna mix in our German chocolate to it so it can melt. and then we're gonna pour it inside there. So we just took our boiling hot water out the microwave. We're gonna add our chocolate to it. This is pretty much just to melt it. And we're gonna mix this until it melts, and we're gonna pour this right in to the batter. Alrighty, we're gonna pour it in. And we're gonna mix it. And this is how we get the German chocolate cake part. We got one more step to this part of this cake. So we got that. We got the chocolate in. We're gonna scrape everything down. Because remember the yolks. So we use egg yolks first. Now with the egg whites, we're gonna beat it to make a meringue. And then we're gonna fold the egg whites into the cake. So it could be a nice and fluffy cake. So here's the egg whites. But we're gonna pour this into a separate bowl, or unless you have two stand mixer bowls, you could just go right ahead. But I don't, so I'm gonna put this in another bowl, and we're gonna get the egg white. Right, so we got our bowl. I like to rinse it with really cold water because you want to whip your egg whites in a cold bowl. We got our egg whites. We're gonna let this go. Making a meringue, basically. That's what we're looking for. So we're done with that. So we're gonna take our cake batter. We're gonna fold this egg white into the cake. So this is gonna give it a nice fluffy texture. So now, I'm gonna be using two of, maybe three, but as of right now, I'm gonna use two of the 7-inch cake pans because I'm gonna torch the cakes. So basically, once these have cooled, I'm gonna slice them in half. So basically, it'll be 4-layer cake. So it might be enough for 3, but we're gonna see how this is. If you don't have 7-inch pans, you can always use the original. I think they're 8-inch pans or 9-inch cake layer pans. So we're gonna spread. We're using some baking pans. Spread enough. In the oven, we're gonna bake these for about 28 minutes at 350. Alrighty, next step is to show you how to make the coconut pecan frosting. Alright, so we got our butter melted. We don't want it to be high. So we got our butter. We'll add our evaporated milk. Our husband have the sugar. I'm gonna add our vanilla. Everything will be mixed with The measurements. So while that's on, we're gonna get our eggs. Yes. We're gonna season the eggs. Just a little hot. Add it in. You want to have turbo. Yep. Add it to your phone. Pour it in. Mix. So this is gonna begin to get thick. Make sure you wash it. Don't leave it. You're gonna have to look for about 10 minutes to thicken. Just like a caramel sauce. Turn down the heat. We're about to add our coconut. We're gonna add about 7 ounces. We're gonna add our pecans. We're gonna let this cool off while our cakes are baking. We'll put it in the refrigerator to cool it down faster, or you can also make this the night before, whichever way you want to do it. So there's our caramel sauce. This is going to get thicker as it sits. So I'll be back once I start assembling the cakes. All right, guys, be back. The cake has cooled. Now the other. So I am about to cut these cakes. We got our pecan mix, and I also whipped up a quick and easy buttercream chocolate that I'm gonna put inside this. So if I was at home, I would have all my equipment, my baking stuff, but I'm not home. So we're gonna use what we got to have a turntable and a spatula. So set our bottom layer. We're gonna add our layer of we pretty much layer. On other half. Layer. I put buttercream around the side. All right.